tripping, Bob. It may have been a hip. This will tell us for sure. It looked like it was a trip, and it was a trip. As you can see, his left leg was the first thing to touch. We got cameras everywhere. They're not going to pull any fast ones on us. It was a trip if you were sitting on the clock.
And it was a trip if you were sitting in the skates of Terry Gregson. There's Gilmore, 10:06. So for a minute, Chicago will have 4-on-3. Their power play will go to work now. 2-0, Toronto leading. Roenick. Suter is up there with him. Monty and Chelios, the defenseman, back at the blue line. Suter had moved up on the draw, but the Leafs get it and shoot it away.
Peter Zezel on the draw, beat Roenick cleanly. A great big face-off win when you're playing 3 against 4.
Well, the Blackhawks bring it in. Zezel couldn't stop Suter. He had to shoot it away, though. Lefebvre had a chance. Roenick was there in a hurry, took a hit from Lefebvre. Back in the net of Monty. Trying to get by Lefebvre, he does. Roenick to the line of Chelios. To Roenick. Trying to give it to Chelios. Fanned on it. Now to Suter. But he didn't want to shoot it. He was in a great spot, and he's got a great shot. But for some reason wanted to pass it off. And the Leafs cleared it out. Chelios drops it back. Suter flipped it high on the glass. The Leafs are going to get a chance to move it out, but now, and he shoots it all the way down the ice, and Berg and Suter go back there together. The goalie was out to help. 8:50 remaining in the first period in a 2-0 Toronto lead. Gary Suter tried to stick handle through, but it hardly works these days. Chelios got in over the line. Boy, the Leafs are checking fiercely now. It gets out over the line, and the Leafs make sure by bringing it over center. And it goes to Rouse, and Vanderbilt shoots goal. Vanderbilt gets the goal. Toronto jumps out 3-0 on that short-handed goal by Ken Vanderbilt.
Well, a careless pass in the Leaf zone when the Hawks were on the power play that was deflected outside the blue line. And Bob Rouse jumps into the rush. And we've got a 3-on-2 as the Hawks were changing, as you can see. And from 31 feet out, Vanderbilt beats Balfour with a shot that may well have gone off the stick of Gary Suter. But it ended up in the net, and the Leafs are up 3-0.
Clark, Gilmore, and now Vanderbilt. All kinds of goals. Even strength by Clark. Power play by Gilmore. Short-handed by Vanderbilt. 3-0 Toronto. The crowd will get on Belfour now. 8:10 left in the opening period. 10 seconds left in the Gilmore penalty. Another interception by Vanderbilt in the center ice zone. Dirk Green flipped it in there. Cunningworth goes after it, centered it. But Cray is there. And Dirk Green tied up. There's Rouse. Very calmly to Ellett in front of the net. And Ellett threw it across center. McRae took the pass. Offside. And then he took a hit from Turner.
Well, in the first 12 minutes of this game, the Leafs have been on the right end of 80% of the body checks, and it's showing on the scoreboard.
And another big series starting tonight at the Joe Louis Arena, and Ron has news of that one.
Bob, it involves one of the heroes of your Bob Cole golf tournament. Just caused the VCR machine to go down when I mentioned your tournament. Here's the shot by Sean Cronin at the blue line, and Jamie Baker in the slot scores the first goal in Sharks playoff history. San Jose has just scored again, I should mention, so it's 2-0. We'll try to get that one for you and keep you up to speed from Joe Louis Arena.
Ouch. San Jose. Look out. The Shark is biting early. 2-0. Okay. Here, 3-0 Toronto. Eastwood kicked the puck loose for Gill. The Blackhawks now down 3 goals early. Might have to open up a bit more before this period is out. And that can work, and then again, it can backfire. Early in the game to make changes. No time to panic, but 3-0 is a big lead.
For the first time, there's a saw that combines
Leaf fans dressed in all. His mother said, if you're going to the game and sitting that close to the rink, wear your mask. You could get hurt. Leaf signs, Leaf sweaters, a huge, loud reception for the Leafs, and the Leafs have responded with 3 fast goals here in the first period.
And a huge welcome, I'm sure, at the Joe Louis Arena for the Red Wings. But they did not respond, at least not yet. 2-0 San Jose. Now, Ron is watching these other games for us, and he'll keep us posted. Vancouver at Calgary a little later on. The Islanders and the Rangers. Rangers up 1 game. Chelios now getting ready. Angle shot, and he missed the net from the blue line. Shot back to the goal. Chelios is waiting there. The Leafs. Berg just dumped it softly on the boards down the ice. 13 minutes into the first period. Zazzle takes over deep in the Chicago zone. Yzerberg checked him. Osborne gets the puck to Berg. His shot is stopped, and Chelios can't get it out. Zazzle keeping it in. Bodied by Yzerberg on the boards, and the 2 players go to the ice. Suter went in there, trying to hold Bill Berg at bay. But it's Zazzle back up and out. Here's Osborne's shot. Belfour stopped that, but he looked a little shaky looking for the rebound. It was right in front of him, and he saw it in time.
Well, Belfour makes a big stop, his first big one of the game. This line of Zazzle, Osborne, and Berg, very difficult to contain tonight. And some good determined forechecking and offensive zone puck control gives the Leafs a good chance, and Yzerberg takes a penalty. This is the end of the forecheck. Osborne gets a better chance than that one. Hard to take these guys out. Hawks look like they're in good shape, but watch what happens. Zazzle gets up, fights off the Hawk player, moves it back to the point to Osborne, and Belfour makes a good stop.
Yzerberg is in the penalty box for Chicago. And the Leafs on the power play again. Their second of the game, scored on the first one. Gilmore got that goal at 7:38 to make it 2-0. It's 3-0 now. Chelios fell, but got the puck out over his own line. Clark with Gartner and Gilmore. Flipped it over the blue line and back off the stick of Ella down the ice. Todd Gill swings away. Up with Clark through his skates. He recovered. He and Gartner bumped together, and the Blackhawks take that opportunity to pick it up and shoot it away. 6 minutes left in the opening period. 1:25 on this power play for Toronto. Gill again, ahead to Gartner. He shot it from center ice, high on the glass for Gilmore coming in. Ella tried to move in quickly, but Chelios again, very steady. He was there to shoot it away, and Gartner comes back. The Leafs are changing. Gartner ran into Jeremy Roenick, and he just calmly took the puck away from him. Chicago's Weinrich shot it down the ice. Gilmore back. Bumped a little bit by Rutu, but the Leafs get it up to center ice. Orshevsky takes it over the line. Put on some speed to hook a pass in front. Hit a skate to Pearson. Off the boards to Marinov. Now McCown gets ready. And Belfour was set for that shot from Jamie McCown. And he made that stop.
Well, Doug Gilmore, when he saw the puck went to the point, where did he go? Right to the front of the net. Tried for the tip in and missed it.
All right, last time we heard it was 2-0 San Jose. Something has happened at Joe Louis. Here's Ron.
Right, Bob, we'd pay to get a look at Scotty Bowman right now. Larionov from Garpenlov and Ozelinch made it 2-0, and now here's the 3-0 goal on a 2-man advantage for the Sharks. Sergei Makarov from Norton, we know. San Jose has Detroit down 3-0. Essence is still in the first period at Joe Louis Arena.
Thanks, Ron. McCown slipped the pass ahead to Pearson. San Jose at home watching this game, I'm sure. It's jumping there. People are talking earthquake, but it's only the Sharks.
There's an earthquake in Joe Louis by the look of it, and the Sharks have caused it.
3-0 Toronto here. 12 seconds left on this power play for the Leafs. Borshevsky dumped it in. Backboard Carney trying to move it out. Isabard is now stepping from the penalty box. Borshevsky with a shot. Here's the count again. He missed it. 2-on-1 coming up. It is Graham pulling in there. Dropped it back. And the shot missing the goal as Sutter walked into it. Brent Sutter was trailing the play, the third man on that rush, and missed the goal. And another penalty called against Toronto. Jamie McCown is going off. Next weekend we'll be visiting the Grand Old Lady on Madison, but here's the Grand Old Lady on Carlton. There's a penalty called here against Toronto.
Interference on number 34, Jamie McCowan. The puck bounced over his stick, which would have been a good scoring opportunity in the Chicago zone. He fought to catch the guy and then hauled him down and got the interference call from Gregson.
Chicago 0 for 2 on the power play. A little over 4 minutes remaining in the first period. The Leafs off to a great jump in the series, leading 3-0. Puck is shot in by Murphy. Rouse went back there to pick it up. Murphy back at the goal. Bumped by Zezel. Zezel trying to get it away from Murphy, but he can't do it, and Chelios is going to drive one. That's blocked. It's dumped by Suter. He was turning the other way. Zezel, the penalty killer, now going on. And Gilmore jumps on. 1:15 left in the Leaf penalty. And the Blackhawks start out. Chelios, the slow move to center. And Gary Suter carries on, driving for the net. Got a pass up front. Vanderbilt scooped it away down the ice. 1 minute gone in the penalty. 3:15 left in the period. Chicago trying to get on the board. Roenick fell, and it's shot away by Vanderbilt again. He's having quite a period for the Maple Leafs. He has one of the goals. That short-handed at 11:37. The Blackhawks organized to come in on Potvin. He's had only 5 shots so far in the period. Here's a penalty being called. And the Blackhawks have 30 seconds left on the power play. Now none. Chelios goes off.
We want to make it perfectly clear. You'll find guaranteed low prices at your Canadian Tire store every day. If you find a better price anywhere, we'll match it. Guaranteed.
Chris Chelios in the penalty box for Chicago. 17-12, the time of the penalty. That's for tripping.
It's the second time Chicago's cut short a power play by taking a penalty. Dirk Graham, a foolish one earlier in this period. Chris Chelios, an unnecessary one here. Retaliation. I know that Berg gets under your skin, but you can't do that if you want to win the series.
And to boot, Chicago was inside the Leaf blue line. So the faceoff comes outside the line with 30 seconds left in the McCown penalty. The Leafs already up 3-0. So 30 seconds from now, they'll go on another power play. Rutu on the faceoff, wins it back. Keith Carney backs up all the way behind the net. Weinrich is the other defenseman for Chicago and takes the pass. Comes to the blue line, and then Gilmore took it away from him. Rutu tried to go in, but Rouse was there ahead of him. Rouse had to shoot it away. Out it goes to center ice. McCown will be on in 5 seconds. The puck is high on the glass, and Gilmore is on it. He's coming in there with Borshevsky. Borshevsky dropped it back. It's onside and slapped into the corner. Weinrich trying to clear it. Gill stopped it. Second attempt by Weinrich, and it's inside the Leaf line. 2 minutes left in the period. The Leafs with a man advantage and come in, but offside. The pass by Mironov actually came back outside, and he himself was offside, and it stopped that rush. Coming up during the first intermission, Coach's Corner with Don Cherry and Ron McLean. And hockey's Great Wall. Presented by Ford. Tonight we feature the Blackhawks' legendary great Stan Mikita.
Is it true, Bob, that Stan could make the puck talk?
Yes.
He could really handle it, I'll tell you that.
He was a great one. Leafs on the puck inside the line. They move it around the outside. They're leading 3-0. Clark centered it. Gilmore went after it. Knocked it away from Belfour, the goaltender. He lost his stick in the process. The Leafs on the puck. And it's Gill near the line. Dumped it in front of the net. Gilmore can't find it. Great pressure by Toronto, looking for their 4th goal of the period. Gilmore centered it. Andrechuk turned back. Ellen to Andrechuk. Far side. Gill shoots. High drive over the net. Kept in by Toronto. 23 seconds left in the power play. Ellen's shot will get into the crowd. And 16 seconds make that 15 now remaining in the Chicago penalty, and 1:03 in the period.
Well, the Leafs on the power play have to move the puck because the Chicago penalty killers are so aggressive. Watch Wendell Clark, and there's a target. Gary Shooter, a perfectly legal hit into the end of the rink. Gilmore almost. And of course they're going to go after Gilmore. You can see Smith, number 3, planting an elbow on the chin of Doug Gilmore. But I don't think you're going to discourage him, just like I don't think you're going to discourage Chelios, Suter, Roenick. But in a 7-game series, whatever you can get done in the first 2 or 3, that investment may pay off in the last 2 or 3. And Chelios and Suter have played up to 12 minutes of the first period.
And to show for it, they are down 3-0. 15 seconds left in this power play now by Toronto. Eastwood, Vanderbilt, who has a goal, and McRae. McCown and Lefebvre, they win the draw. McCown's shot, and that will be deflected high. Down it comes to Lefebvre. Into the final minute of the period. Eastwood behind the net. He and Vanderbilt try to bring it out. It is kicked to Vanderbilt. He is tied up. Shakes it off. Gets it ahead. And it's cleared back down the ice by Chicago, who are now back at full strength. Vanderbilt bumped at center ice by Weinrich. Here's Eastwood coming in with McRae. Can't get a shot. With McRae heading for the net, but the goaltender Ed Belfour was down to hold it.
Well, the shots are only 9-5, despite the fact it's 3-0 Leafs. They took advantage of 2 breaks to get 2 of the 3 goals. And Weinrich playing after recovering, missing 17 games with a broken jaw. But if you start the game, mask or not, the opposition's not going to care. Weinrich knows it and can't expect any different treatment than anyone else gets.
First 2 games here, the best of 7. We move on to Chicago, as we mentioned, in that great Chicago Stadium for Saturday and Sunday.
And it'll be jumping, boy. It will be jumping.
Zazzle in to take the draw for Toronto. The teams are at full strength. That is Jeff Chance for Chicago. He won it, and the Blackhawks get it up to center ice. Shot ahead by Rich Sutter. Behind the net goes Rouse. Took a quick look. Saw he was checked on that side and reversed his direction and then fired it down the ice. Just under 12 seconds left in the period, and that will be an icing call against Toronto.
And a great play by Berg. Now, I said I think you should play right out on Chelios in your own end because he's a pincher. He pinched, Berg ties him up, the puck goes to the length of the ice. This time it was icing. Most times it won't be. And an icing is better than Chelios walking in off the point because you forgot to protect the boards.
Chance remains on, and Cecil for Toronto. An important face-off. to the left of Felix Potvin. 3-0 Toronto. And only 11 seconds remaining in the period. Zezel won it smartly into the corner, giving the Leafs a chance to move it out. Suter moved up there, and Berg beat him to it. So the puck is between the two blue lines. As the horn goes to end the first period, with the Leafs out shooting Chicago 9-5. Clark, Gilmore, and Vanderbilt scoring for the Leafs. And coming up now in our first intermission, Don Cherry in the coach's corner. And the score at the end of the first period. Toronto Maple Leafs 3, Chicago Blackhawks 0.
That is the best commercial. I laugh every time I see it. Congratulations to girls hockey. They showed them again.
The World Women's Championships in Lake Placid. Yes, congratulations,
What
Canada.
I said, girls.
No, I would show some respect. They did a great job. Let's go through, I missed you the other night, so I'd like to get your thoughts.
First of all, I want to jump in again. Great fight in Montreal. Hoscroft and Oderlin did a great job. Yeah, tonight. Yeah, tonight in Montreal.
Well, I was going to ask you about the other night.
All right, wait a minute. No, don't ask the other night till I get through what we're talking about tonight. Okay, now listen to this one. I'm going to give you an imitation of Kevin Collins, okay, when there's a fight on. Can I do that?
Sure.
Okay, here he is now. Watch this, folks. Here it is. Looks like there's going to be a fight. Oh, stop now. Stop. Oh, the violence. You, over there. You, over there. Everybody.
Doing his job.
It drives me nuts. Animated. Drives you nuts, too, and I'm all...
You got stripes on. Get out there. Let's talk a bit about this game. 3-0 Toronto. Who'd have felt that?
Listen, they're ready to go, and what Toronto shoot... Well, Belfour's not, he's not playing the way Trachek used to play. But anyhow, let me just say what Toronto should do right now. Pat Burns is in talking to them. We don't want any banging. We don't want to stir anything up. They're asleep. They're fast. Chicago's fast asleep. Leave them asleep. The worst thing Toronto can do now is go out and hit. Just go up and down the wing, let them fall asleep.
Vladislav Trechek's here, by the way.
Yeah. Doing a great job
Goalie
so
coach
far.
Eddie Belfour had a great run 2 years ago, though. 11 in a row in the playoffs.
How did he do last year?
Well, but he had 11 straight
Don't
victories.
live in the past.
All right. Let's go to, we got a lot of time, but not so much that we shouldn't get to this. Dallas and St. Louis, what do you think about Wakaluk starting?
Well, what I think about him, what a lot of guts there, I'll tell you right now, and Dallas, I often think, what would happen if Tenorti was there with that stupid icing? I tell you, I picked them as my dark horse. St. Louis, they're not tough anymore. I hate to say it. They should have more guys like Shanahan. When you lose guys like Butcher, Basson, Sutter, you're not tough anymore on the road. Bad mistake, getting rid of all those guys. A lot of skill, but no grit.
What do you think about Buffalo shutout, Hasek?
Buffalo, Hasek. I'll tell you one thing, this guy looks like he's on the floor counting quarters all the time. I've never, maybe Irby out west, but that's all he does. He's down there. He's phoning me right there. We got a phone going anyhow right now. I'll tell you, there's something, and I'll tell you, Muckler's just got him. McGinley played a great game. Perfect, a tight game.
Just rang one off the post, apparently. By the way, Hasek, you think Grant Fuhr was on the bench? All the goalies he's played with have been great. Every guy Grant Fuhr's been around, Andy Moe, Rick Mumsley, Billy Ranford, etc., Potvin here.
Puts the pressure.
Okay, Pittsburgh.
He'll be a goalie coach when he's finished.
Pittsburgh down. What about it?
Well, Mario run into his worst nightmare, Freddie Krueger and Dale Hunter. And when he's out, Jason Burridge comes on and does it too. And it's tough. And, Tocchet went in and tried to help, thrown out with a penalty, and that's tough. But, there's a funny thing there happened in that game. I have never seen anything like this. We got a little clip coming up of it. I have never seen when Mario scored the third goal to make it 4-3. Watch, Mark, throw it right now. Watch their bench after Mario scores. Now watch, it's a beauty goal. Even Mario doesn't look too happy about the whole thing. It's 4-3. Look how much time's left there. Mosienko, now watch the bench. Watch the crowd in the back. Look at the players. Look at what is this? You ever see anything like that?
No, I haven't.
4-3 in the playoffs. They're falling asleep. Here's Pavanka shoving it home. Now watch Washington's. Watch. Hey, think some guys left early or what? Want to beat the traffic? I never saw anything like that. I can't...
Think they'll bounce back?
Well, I don't know. And then you say I'm a bigot, and I never ever showed. I had it right there. Samuelson falling down for the winning goal, and I didn't put it on. That just shows you when you say I'm a bigot, I'm not.
Well, I read in TV Guide you're the bigot guy on Canadian television. How about... let's get to the Boston game the other night, if it's okay. We got about
all right, that's good. Boston game, they come through. They're losing right now 1-0, but they were losing the other night too. I want you people out there, I'm going to give you a second. Name 5 Boston Bruins. All right, you're sitting there in the bar, you're sitting there at home. Name 5.
Well, you gave
go ahead.
Huscroft.
Yeah, go ahead. I got Huscroft named. You can't. Yeah. It's a team game. You cannot believe how it's a team game. Now, you know when that trade come up with Juneau? Remember that trade come up with Juneau? Everybody saying, how could they get rid of Juneau when Neely got hurt?
So
there was a guy, there's that phone again. There was a guy with a white dog, a little white guy. Now let me see why he liked that trade. Al Iafrate, watch him. Watch Al Iafrate when he turns on that, when he puts that sweater on. He won't be a jerk anymore. He won't be saying something like, do you take drugs? No, but I sell them. Those days are gone. That clown's gone forever. I'm predicting all-star for him.
And Al Iafrate, the wild thing, is the #1 star, according to sources here.
It's hard to be humble. It's hard to be humble. So I don't try.
Don Cherry, living in the past on this installment of Coach's Corner on Molson Hockey Night in Canada and the Stanley Cup playoffs on CBC.
Coach's Corner with Don Cherry.
It's one of sport's ultimate achievements, having a place with the elite. The new Hockey Hall of Fame honors almost 300 of the game's greatest contributors. Throughout the postseason, we present many of them on Hockey's Great Wall. It's brought to you by Ford of Canada, makers of the 1995 WinStar, the proud founding sponsor. Stan Mikita was inducted into the Hall in 1983. His hockey career began in his native Czechoslovakia, but was fully developed in Canada near St. Catharines, where he parlayed a great junior tenure into a 22-season NHL vocation and ranks among the greatest of all time. Stan's intelligence on the ice made him a natural leader. He was an innovator. He gave us the curve, and he was a gentleman. Stan was picked an All-Star on 8 occasions. Twice was the league MVP. 4 times won the scoring title and played for the 1961 champion Blackhawks. Stan's number was enshrined in the old stadium, and who will be in the new. Oh, but that all Hawks were cut from the same cloth. Mikita, one of the great stars on the great 15 years since the Toronto Maple Leafs opened the Stanley Cup playoffs at home. That was 78. They beat LA in the first round. They beat the Islanders in the second round. Perhaps the most exciting playoff save for last year in the last quarter century. Loved that first period at Leafs fans, 3-0 there. San Jose up 3-0 at Joe Louis Arena, Detroit. Let's take you there for a highlight from the second period. Steve Yzerman, I should mention, is not playing, not dressed, no report on the injury. Chason, Fedorov, and Howe combined to make it 3-1 there. Bob?
And that was on a Detroit power play. Thank you, Ron. The second period just underway here in Toronto with the Leafs leading 3-0. And the puck cleared as far as the line, bouncing right in on goal. Here's a shot. Monty didn't get a shot at the net. Deflected away. Monty on it again along the boards against Lefebvre. Gilmore finds the opening to relieve the pressure for a moment. Gets it all the way down inside the Chicago line. Gary Suter being bothered by Borchevsky. Roenick. Monty takes his pass and gets over center and tries a long shot for Felix Potvin. Chicago changing. Sylvain Lefebvre. Nobody open, so he just dumped it away, and here's Borchevsky on it. In with a quick shot, and Melbourne got a piece of that. Now made short, stayed in for Andrechuk. He and Gilmore behind the net, taking bumps. And Green gets it ahead to Cunnyworth. Cunnyworth is stopped. Stolen back. Sutter tried to bring it in. Brent Sutter couldn't get a backhander away, and the Leafs are back out with it. Eastwood and Manderville. Manderville tried a shot, and it's Belfour with a stick save. Eastwood digs it out, centered it, hit a skate to Cunnyworth. Chicago moving it up to center. Weinrich shot it from his own side of center. However, icing has been waved off, and it's Dave Allen to McRae. Immediately hit. Shot blocked by Todd Hill to Manderville. It's out into the center ice zone. Keith Carney back for Chicago. McRae fell. Puck loose to Manderville, to Allen, winding up. Tipped in front of the net, but missed the goal. And Chicago get it out. Gill reached for it to slap it back. Allen poked it up to center ice, and back in the Chicago Blackhawks. Rich Sutter fell, and McRae is out again. He and Eastwood now go off as they dump it in. 3-0 Toronto. Gill. Put a long one into the corner, and there's Clark. Pearson on there with him. Pearson bumped back to the net. Ian Weinrich fell to the ice, got back up, and here's Clark. Back for Gardner. He's forced to backhand it into the corner again. Clark missed it. Chicago trying to get it out. Rouse will stop it and get a shot right in front. Pearson couldn't handle it. He had a big open side. Here's Pearson again. Right in. And Belfour made a big save. Good play by Pearson. He was allowed to walk right in though and get a shot away. And Belfour just about at his mercy and made a big stop.
Yes, he did. And this next goal is big time for either team. The Hawks need it, and they're in deep trouble if they don't get it. Well, these two guys have played a lot of ice together against each other tonight. Almost 9 minutes for Gilmore. And here are the two horses. They're headed for a 36, 37-minute night. That's easy to do one night. I wonder if you can do it 6 in 12 nights. 15 hits for the Leafs, 10 for Chicago. It looks like that Blue Jay White Sox score.
3 minutes gone in the second period. Toronto 3, Chicago nothing. Clark pass out over the line, intercepted. Hard hit by Dubinsky. Rouse to Gardner. Wendell Clark on the fly. Bumped by Belfour. He played it right to Pearson though. Here's Gardner coming in. Gardner around the net, gets a shot. Stopped on the short side by Belfour. The Blackhawks shoot it down the ice for an icing call. A little arguing going on, and behind the play, Pearson gets a shove and stumbled into the boards. Clark was there awaiting something to develop.
Well, I'm sure the Hawks were told they better at least equal the Leafs in aggressiveness if they have any hope of winning this game or any other game. And they have come out here in the second period. Dubinsky threw a good check. You can see Pearson and Smith mouthing off to each other about what they might do if you let them loose. Cherry's friend Collins is right in there right away to make sure nothing serious develops.
And it's interesting. You mentioned Don Cherry. He said that Pat Burns would likely tell the Leafs to ease back and let them lull away. And you notice Pearson that time turned away and went right to the bench.
Now there's Kevin Collins. He's a big boy, and I think he likes the fights as much as some of the players do.
Kick back to McCown. Scores! 4-0 Toronto. McCown shot in net 2. I believe was deflected in front of Belfour. So he is having a tough time in goal for Chicago. 4-0.
Well, you can't blame the goalies on deflections. Zethel wins the draw. It's kicked to McCowan, and he shoots it. Now, two Hawks are on the Leaf forward in front. Peter Zethel. The center stayed with him. Suter goes to him. I don't know who it hit, but it definitely hit somebody before it went in.
And number 25, Peter Zethel. Time 3:35.
3:35, the time of the goal, and McCown gets it from Berg and Zethel. 4-0 Toronto. So the Blackhawks surely now have to open up, and Green tries it. Low shot doesn't reach Potvin. The Leafs covering up in front of their goalie. McCown takes it. Dumped it out to center ice, and Suter backs up and was hit before he could make a decent pass. It was Berg who hit him. Berg there to stop the puck. And offside is called, and now Berg is decked by Dirk Green, and that will draw a crowd as Berg started it by throwing puck, he was hit. And look at this now. Wouldn't take much. Remember now, they played last Tuesday here. The Blackhawks won. Thursday in Chicago, the Leafs won. Some bad blood developed, and here we are in the quarterfinals of the Western Conference. The Leafs leading 4-0.
Well, Berg threw the first hit, but Dirk Graham came in and really rattled every bone in Bill Berg's body. I don't think Berg and Graham are going to get the penalty, but watch the hit. The puck's in the feet. Berg has not seen Graham, and you can't blame Graham. Berg knows he's a hated man by the opposition, and if you stand around looking at the puck in your feet long enough, you're going to be down.
The two penalties are Coneyworth and Osborne. Well, it's time for us to find out what's happening at Madison Square. Here's Ron.
Thank you, Bob. The New York Islanders trying to get back in their series with the Rangers. 1-0 after one period for the New York Rangers. They add two more early in the second. First it was Messier from Anderson. Now this goal for Kevin Lowe, and watch the Gretzky-like, well, he did a Gretzky-like pump right there. Larmer and Kovalev draw the assists, and New York scored 9 in a row on the Isles.
Thanks, Ron. Well, Mike Keenan has his team fired up. One of the favorites, really, going into the playoffs this year. People were wondering if the Islanders could, well, maybe give them a rough time and maybe even upset them. They had a tough time with the Islanders all year, the Rangers did, but not in these first two games.
Well, this year there were 4 teams with 100 points or more. The Rangers were one of them. Last year there were 7 teams with 100 points or more, and 4 of the 7 were out within 12 days of the playoff start.
We are nearing the 5-minute mark of the second period. Roughing penalties to Coneyworth and Osborne. 4-0 Toronto. The Blackhawks move the puck to center. Jeremy Roenick coming in. Murphy gets the pass, but is in behind the net. Now he's centered to Chelios. Big save, but Pape, another test right here. Murphy going in. Pape's got him. Loose puck cleared off the stick of Suter. And out to center, and Pape for the first time of the game getting tested here in the second period. 2 big saves.
4 skaters against 4, Bob. Chelios and Suter will be in every rush.
And here's Suter carrying the puck in with Jeremy Roenick. Hook checked off his stick. However, Murphy is in. He tried a shot that hit Ellen. Ellen hit Murphy back in the net. Roenick comes in to try and dig it out. It is Andrechuk shooting it the other way against the flow of traffic. And it's cleared out over the line, and here's Gilmore again backing up with it. Now he rolled it ahead. Andrechuk back to Gilmore. One man back. Gilmore in. Fake the shot. And can't get the shot on the net. A penalty coming up against the Chicago Blackhawks. Gilmore is roughed up again at center ice. Gretchen was way down the ice. Stopped as he called the penalty. And we know there is one.
When you need brake work.
With Toronto leading 4-0, and in fact, Chelios gets 2 penalties, Harry.
Here's the first one right there, across the wrist. That isn't enough. That still isn't enough. Gilmore showing great restraint. That's unlike him. And there's another retaliation penalty. The Hawks paving the way to elimination if they keep these dumb penalties up.
That has been a problem this season with the Chicago Blackhawks. The discipline under fire. And here, down 4-0. They take 2 penalties. Chelios slashing and then roughing. So 4-0 Toronto, and the Blackhawks shoot it down the ice. This time it's 4-on-3. 30 seconds left, and the first penalty is called against Coneyworth and Osborne. Todd Gill shoots one in. Came off the boards to the back of the net, and Belfour saw that develop, and he just stepped in there to intercept. Mironov to Gill. Gilmore and Andrechuk are the forwards on there for Toronto, and here is Gilmore. One fake and another to Andrechuk, and Mironov will get up there. Mironov put it off the boards back to Gilmore near the point. Gill is there with him. Here's Gill's shot. Rebound! Belfour down, and Andrechuk couldn't stop it in. It's centered again. Here's Mironov. Time!
who has been in an enormous slump, gets the biggest goal he could ask for, even though it's the fifth. A nice pass on the power play, and Anderchuk just redirected it in without any trouble. Gill takes the shot, it goes all the way around the boards. From Anderchuk to Gilmore to Gill. Anderchuk comes out in front, takes a sharp pass from Mironov. Balfour, no chance at all. Toronto 5, Chicago Blackhawks nothing. It takes 4 games to win the series. No matter how bad you win the first one, you still have to win 3. Don't forget that.
6:25. Dave Anderchuk from Dmitry Mironov and Doug Gilmore. Time 6:25.
Second power play of the goal for the Maple Leafs. Anderchuk's first of the playoffs from Mironov and Gilmore at 6:25. 5-0 Toronto. Who would have guessed? Almost midway along in the second period of game 1. Buckman missed that one off the boards in the corner, but Ruutu missed it also. So no harm done, and the Maple Leafs get up to center, led by Clark. In with Pearson and Gartner. Pass back, and Graham intercepts and got the puck out. 1.5 minutes left in the penalty. The second one to Chelios. He drew 2, remember, slashing, and then 10 seconds later, roughing. So he has 1:15 remaining. Clark coming in there. Centered it. Mironov shot deflected high. Mironov again with Gardner, and in the corner, Pearson. Back to Mironov. He had to move quickly at the blue line, and the Blackhawks intercept and get it out to Murphy. And Mironov got back to ride him into the boards. And Mironov is hit and hurt. The Leafs got up to center ice, and Mironov, after taking the Blackhawk player in on the boards, was dumped heavily, and here he is in pain.
He was speared by Joe Murphy right in the groin. Now, I don't know that the referee saw it, but you can bet the linesman did. He's going to get 5 and a game as sure as we're at the game.
I think it's Kevin Collins you had mentioned earlier. He was down at that end, Harry, and I think, in fact, he saw it all happen.
That spear would let the air out of an elephant. And Joe Murphy was anything but cute or discreet on it. He's gone. I wonder if Mironov's gone.
17, Joe Murphy. 5 minutes for series.
Here it is here. A nice takeout by Mironov along the boards. As they separate, watch this. Oh.
Time 7:33.
I could hear the air flowing out of his mouth from here. A
What
dumb
happened?
penalty. Another dumb penalty for the Hawks.
Murphy was taken in on the boards by this man, Dmitry Mironov, and then you saw the rest of it. And the end of it, as he's out of the game. A spearing major, which calls for the game misconduct here at 7:33.
There's Collins going right to referee Gregson. He's trying to find him here now. And he says right here, spear, spear. And the referee, the linesman can call stick violations. Collins did. When Sutter sees the replay, he's going to know that there was no hesitation if any one of the 3 officials had seen it.
Now remember, there are 52 seconds left in the second minor against Chelios. And now this major penalty against Murphy, and the Leafs leading 5-0, and the Blackhawks have now excavated quite a hole for themselves in this first game of a best-of-7. Western Conference quarterfinal. Here's Gilmore. He got through, and the Balfour stopped Gilmore on a spectacular rush by Doug Gilmore.
Well, you wonder how a player can do that to 3 Hawks. But because Gilmore is such a good playmaker and almost always would rather make the pass than hang on to it, he stepped between Dirk Graham and Suter, and then he can't put the puck between the legs of Balfour. There are a few players any more dangerous than Gilmore. Usually it's the pass that kills his opponents. This time he elected to keep it.
Rain will wait a second before clearing it out. Hit the stick of Brent Sutter. Here's Dave Ellen. Returning after a separated shoulder. Brought it up. Borshevsky in there with Andrechuk. Andrechuk to Gill. Ellen takes the pass. Back to Gill. To Ellen. No shot from him. It's centered though. Deflected behind the goal. Leafs keep the heat on. 4 seconds left in the Chelios penalty. Time for this play. Gill will shoot it. And it's deflected and ends up in the corner to the right of Belfour, and the Blackhawks get it down the ice. Major penalty now being served against Chicago. Joe Murphy for spearing. And 3:50 left on it. So the Leafs are leading 5-0 and continue on this power play. Ellen moving up. Cross center with the pass back to Ellen. He dumped it ahead and it goes all the way down the ice. Gardner takes his man in there, and Chelios on the puck to find the opening and down the ice. Puck pass stepping behind the net. Route to one end. He fooled him. Gill gave him a scare as he came near the net with the puck. Got behind it though, and it's cleared to center ice. Shut back in by Chicago. 10:40 left in the second period. Just over 3 minutes remaining now, and that major penalty against Murphy of the Blackhawks. Toronto moving up. Clark tried to stick handle through. Gardner inside, so Pearson wisely waited. Would have been an offside play. McCown against Rick Sutter. Got by him. Mironov on the ice again with Clark coming in. Clark going for the net. Got in there. Here's a shot. Belfour had that one go off his shoulder and high as Gardner thought he had the opening. Halfway mark of the second now. 2.5 minutes left in the major penalty against Murphy of Chicago. 5-0 Toronto here in game 1. Shot into the Chicago zone. Belfour out of the net. Crowd on him. Gilmore on the puck. Henry. Gilmore again will try it. On the outside, he leaves it. Borshevsky now. Trying to feed it back to Mironov coming in. And the Blackhawks get it up to center ice. 2 minutes left in the major penalty against Murphy. Mironov and Gilmore with Borshevsky at the blue line coming in. Fake the shot. Into the corner it goes. Borshevsky got it back. Mironov poked it ahead to Gilmore. 3 of them are at the line. Gilmore near the boards. Waits. Mironov shot it. Hit a stick. Andrechuk stick. And then just floated into Belfour. And he got down on it with 1:42 remaining in the major penalty against Murphy of Chicago.
We want to make it perfectly clear. You'll find
Clark, Gilmore, Manderville in the first. McCown and Andrechuk here in the second. 5-0.
Well, Pat Burns with home ice advantage in this series knows last year 6 teams with home ice advantages lost the series, only 3-1 and 3 in the last 3 years. 23 home ice teams won their series, 22 not having the home ice one, so the advantage seems to be a mirage, at least lately. I think Chicago should go to 4 lines, 6 defensemen. They are out of this game. There's no use wearing down people that may help you win games 2 through 7 if it goes that far.
With a 5-0 lead, Pat Burns might be of the same mind. A rest or 2 for some of his big players.
Well, he's played more players tonight than has Sutter.
9:09 remaining in the second. Todd Gill passes one ahead. Traffic jam on the boards, and the Blackhawks shoot it away. 1.5 minutes left in the Chicago penalty. Toronto moving it up. Eastwood, no room over there against Chelios. And Roenick shot it to center ice. Eisenbarn hopping on it, but he lost to Duellen, and in comes Chicago. The pass behind Eisebard. He tried to scoop it in front, and Clark will bring it down with Gartner ahead of him. He doesn't see him up there. Clark comes over the line. Gill dumped it in. Gartner couldn't knock it down. A high pass. Here's Gartner back to the goal, looking back to the blue line, and now Allen. But the pass hit a stick and bounced away. Gartner again and back to the net. Down to the corner. Trying to hook it away. And the Blackhawks will get it out. Two of them skating up there. Gary Suter coming in with chance. And a great play by Gill. Chance was open, and Gill fell to stop the pass. 25 seconds left in the Murphy penalty. And the play called with Toronto leading 5-0 here in the second.
Well, Dave Ellett gambled on a bit of a pinch, although when you have the power play, I think you should think about it. And he lost. As you're going to watch coming around here, the puck will come out. Ellett goes in to pinch on Paul Eisebard. Eisebard gets the puck past him. We've got a 2-on-1. Ellett fights hard to get back. Todd Gill takes a chance by taking the pass away, knowing his buddy Ellett might be able to prevent the shot. The strategy worked. And that is maybe the first bad pinch by the Leaf defense corps tonight.
All right, now the face-off is to the left of Felix Potvin. Rich Sutter is over to serve the remaining 24 seconds in the major penalty against Joe Murphy, who's out of the game. A major for spearing. And then, of course, the game misconduct. Chicago trying to score one here to get a life. But it's the Leafs leading 5-0. Carney shot. Potvin stick save. And that one slices high into the crowd. And only 9 seconds left in the Chicago penalty.
Well, I want to congratulate the War Road Lakers, who on the weekend won the historic Allen Cup. They beat the St. Boniface Canadiens to be the second United States team in Allen Cup's 90-year history. And War Road, Minnesota, the smallest city ever to host the Allen Cup. It's a big city in USA hockey. Cal Marvin and, of course, the Christian family hail from War Road.
Rich Sutter standing up at the penalty box. And now he's on the ice. The major penalty has been served. Toronto shooting the puck over the Chicago line, and coming back forward is Eric Weinrich. Around the net and starting out through two Leafs who were forechecking. He fell but got the pass away, and it's dumped deep into the Leaf zone. Rouse back. Rich Sutter missed him. Rouse shot it on the glass. Couldn't get it out at the blue line. Rich Sutter got in front. He was covered. Smith had his man all tied up. Gilmore couldn't move on it. Here's Cunnyworth going right in. That was down to get the blocker on that low shot. And a penalty has been called. And a crowd coming in very quickly. With Potvin coming up big to make a save. And the Leafs get a penalty.
Back in Toronto with a highlight from Detroit. Pretty goal here. That's Darren McCarty with the backhand feed, and watch Sheldon Kennedy come through the center of your screen and redirect it past Arturs Urbe. That makes it 3-2. There's a minute to go in the second period. The Sharks still nursing a one-goal lead in Detroit.
Here at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, 5-0 for the Maple Leafs. And you get the feeling Detroit almost had to get that next goal at Joe Louis. Ron watching that game, and we'll keep you posted, folks. McCown takes a quick look. Puts it right on the net. The Leafs penalty against Rouse. He's off for hooking.
Rouse hauled Cunnyworth down as Cunnyworth got in alone on Potvin.
Suter set it up along the blue line. It comes back to him. Swift pass to the other side. Eisebard looking for Chelios to get open. There's Chelios. Back to Eisebard. Berg covered him. Pass goes in there at the side of the net. Amonte couldn't handle it cleanly. Eisebard having a tough time against Lefebvre. Eisebard again. Back to Chelios. Winds up for the shot. Potvin to save the big rebound. Zezel is on it. Trying to get it out over the line, and it does get out. 1:10 left in the penalty. Chicago needing a goal. Unable to buy one here in the hockey game so far. And maybe the reason, or one of the reasons, is that they've only had 10 shots.
I'll bet you Potvin hasn't had to make 3 big saves.
Suter can't get too far. He was checked from behind. Gilmore stick handling out from behind the net, lost it. After it again, got it over and along the line of Vanderbilt, and he dumped it away. 35 seconds left in the Rouse penalty. Vanderbilt in forechecking and doing a fine job with that forechecking on Chelios. But the Blackhawks are coming back out to center ice. Brent Sutter takes it over the line for Graham. Graham waiting for somebody to move up, has to go to Suter, and it's out over the line again. 15 seconds left in the penalty. Suter moving up, right wing pass, Graham takes it, and he's stopped, but he gets it back. Carney to Graham. Allen took it away from him and shot it down the ice, and Rouse is out of the penalty box. 4:40 left in the period. Toronto continues to lead Chicago 5-0. Carney weaves his way in there with a screen shot. It got maybe 10 feet. Puck is shot to center, and Berg slapped it the rest of the way. Toronto was changing. Hard hit in there by Zessel. The Blackhawks up to center. Dubinsky was hit behind the play by Berg. Potvin got the blocker up to stop one, and the Leafs get it out. The Blackhawks come alive here, and they're trying to get one. Up to center ice again. Pass through the middle. Dubinsky moving in. The long shot, Potvin knocked that one away with a stick. And it's into the crowd. We have 3:55 remaining in the second period. Calgary. 5-0. Toronto leading Chicago here in this one. Long shot from the blue line. Deflected off to one side again as Smith took the shot. Now to center is Robert Dirk. Borshevsky knocked down by Dirk. Lefebvre with the puck though. And now from McCown. Lefebvre back to McCown. Up through center ice is Doug Gilmore. Getting to the Chicago line with Andrechuk. They shoot it in behind the net, and Borshevsky was skating in. Andrechuk shot. Quick shot on the short side. Belfour the save. 3:10 remaining in the period, and here's Mironov. Kept in by Rouse. Gilmore was open. Gilmore stick handling around Roenick to Borshevsky. A very weak shot, thanks to the checking of Greg Smith, and Belfour had no problem. From the face-off, Chicago on the puck, and they get it out quickly. Up to center was Cunnyworth. That's as far as he got. Suter turning from his own blue line, and he stopped. Vanderbilt in there again with McRae. McRae takes the pass. Tried to return it to Eastwood, who was bumped behind the net. Still fighting for it. Eastwood held along the boards, and now the pass from Vanderbilt. McRae was in front. McRae comes in. McRae centered it. Vanderbilt covered. McRae dumped, and the Blackhawks Sutter gets it up to center ice. He has to wait as Graham has gone in ahead of him. Rouse with plenty of time to move it out now. 2:20 remaining in the period. Rouse lifted a high one in on goal. Crowd on Belfour again as he stopped that rolling shot. Leafs have beaten them 5 times on 23 shots. Potvin has made 12 saves. Carney moving in. Intercepted by Pearson easily, and Carney stopped his pass. Potvin making his 13th save of the hockey game. A long-range shot. Gartner moving up as far as the Hawks' blue line. Back in his chance, dropped it, and the shot doesn't get through. And Clark is away. Ian Gartner. Catching up is McCown. To McCown. Back to Gartner. Belfour stopped the deflection. Chance put it ahead. Dubinsky moving up to center ice for Chicago, and McCown just missed him at center. Pile up in the corner, and the Leafs win the battle and get it back out to center ice.
Dirk moved it ahead. This one high on the glass. A minute left in the period.
Last minute of play in this period.
Toronto gets the puck out of its own zone, all the way down the ice for an icing call. Toronto 5, Chicago nothing. Well, we hinted there might be some bad blood between these two teams. It doesn't look like it now, does it?
It all started, Wendell Clark trying to take the icing away. Balfour put his stick out to make Wendell take the long trip around the net. Wendell chopped Balfour's stick, and then this occurred. Now here's the race. You see Balfour coming here, and he just wants to run a little interference on Clark. Clark chops him. Balfour comes out of his net to challenge Clark, and then as can be expected, the Hawk players ran to the rescue of their goalie. This fight isn't over yet. Robert Dirk and Todd Gill.
Oh, it's been a while since we've seen these two go, more especially Gill, but he's been known to throw him pretty good. Big Robert Dirk is taking a couple of lefts from Todd Gill. Holy mackerel. Listen to this crowd. They're all standing.
Well, the Hawk bench is irate because the Leafs had 6 skaters plus Potvin out there, and the Hawks didn't. And Sutter and Paul Baxter, the coaching staff behind the bench, and the players are trying to draw the attention to the linesman and the referee that the Leafs had an extra player on the ice. We saw this happen last week in the second last game of the season when it was obvious the Hawks had an extra man out. The NHL office said it was just a mix-up on a line change, but I don't think any of the 3 officials saw it here.
All this coming with just 51.6 seconds remaining in the period, and you can see by the shirts the numbers from each team.
Well, they might have been changing on the fly. That's what the Hawks said they did last week, but it's fairly evident the Leafs had 1 player more
6-5.
than the allotted skaters. They're talking it over here. These guys can't count players and break up fights. And of course, Balfour was involved, so it looked like there were 5 Hawks against the 5 Leaf skaters.
Well, it's the Stanley Cup playoffs for sure. They've started in the Western Conference now for real. Chicago and Toronto. The Leafs with a stranglehold on this hockey game, leading 5-0 in the final minute of the second period.
Now, Gregson is saying the timer, this is the Ottawa minor official crew, is telling me there were 6 Leafs on the ice. And Graham is telling Gregson that. I'm not sure what's Gregson decided here. Last Tuesday night, in the 83rd game of the schedule, we had a similar incident. This was last Tuesday. And you're going to see Carney was going to change. Suter started, and here he comes back. And there are 5. They were man short each when this occurred.
Chicago, Darren Kimball, 5-minute fight. Robert Dirk, 5-minute fighting game misconduct.
Gill and Dirk thought game misconduct.
5-minute fighting. Todd Gill, 5-minute fighting game misconduct.
And there were 2 other major penalties handed out. Dirk fighting and a game misconduct. Gill fighting and a game misconduct. Pearson and Kimball fighting majors.
Well, although there were 6 Leaf skaters, it did not appear to make any difference in the eyes of the referees, or the referee and 2 linesmen. Clark and Balfour started it. Neither one of them are in the box.
So Dirk and Gill are gone for the night, as is Joe Murphy. He got a major penalty earlier for spearing, which called the game misconduct. So 3 of them out of this game. 40 seconds left in the second period. Tipped right into Potvin. There were 2 deflections before that puck reached Potvin. The first one had to move to his left, and the second one had to move back to his right, and he did both perfectly and stopped it.
Yeah, that was a double deflection. The puck was not going very hard. It's probably allowed Potvin to react to the first deflection. It was a wrist shot 58 feet out by Chelios. Second period, 1-1. The Rangers roaring away with it. The Red Wings trying to come back, and Joe Louis.
Only 38 seconds left in the period. And the Leafs win the draw, and Rouse goes behind the net. Dump one ahead, and out over the line it goes, and Chelios backs it up in his own zone. 25 seconds left in the period. Toronto leading 5-0. Gary Suter, a pass ahead to Brent Sutter, out of his reach. Toronto moving it back out, and up to Zezel. Put one in there for Berg. But Belfort took it off the boards and cleared it back into the corner. Here's Zezel back at the net, centered it. Oh, Belfort had to go down quickly to smother that one. Oh, Belfort took a swing at Zezel as he skated by in front of him. I think Zezel might have been on the edge of the crease, but that's all. And Belfort just reached out the left mid and nailed him.
Balfour 61 penalty minutes as the goalie to set a Hawk record for goalies. Is obviously very frustrated. Zezel goes through the crease. He's not going to do anything, and Balfour gives him a shot. So Balfour's going to get a penalty. I don't know whether Peter Zezel will.
Out of this period yet. 3.6 seconds left.
The Hawks have started to be belligerent. 5 goals too late. And Balfour takes another needless penalty.
Balfour for roughing at 1956. Toronto has 2 power play goals in this hockey game, and they'll come on in the third period with another opportunity on a power play. Here's the announcement.
Time 1956. Ed Balfour for roughing. Time 1956.
It's as if Chicago, and why not, you might say, has written this game off, this first one.
Well, they're not going to win this one. The Leafs would be wise to turn down most invitations to scrap, play it sensibly, get out of here with the win, have something to eat, go to bed, and start thinking about game 2.
Game 2 will be Wednesday at 7:30 Eastern Time. And we'll be here with these same 2 teams, of course, in a best-of-7 series. Just over 3 seconds left in the period. Zezel trying to win that face-off one more time. But it's Chicago holding the puck on the horn to end the second period. And the Leafs add 2 more to a 3-0 first period lead and lead 5-0.
Well, Eddie Balfour's got to get himself under control, or he's going to end up causing his team more trouble than they already have. The Leafs 20 minutes away from making a 1-0, and Bob, April 8th, 87, 4 overtimes in Washington. LaFontaine took us out of our misery, remember?
Sure do. How can you forget? Doug Gilmour will be along in our studio to chat with Ron McLean in our second intermission. Shots in the period, 15 by Toronto, 9 by Chicago. At the end of 2, Toronto 5, Chicago 0.
7 in a game very reminiscent of last year, Game 7 versus St. Louis, with all the hype going in, and then suddenly a rush of goals by the Maple Leafs. 5-0. Toronto leading Chicago after 2 periods of play. Doug Gilmour's with me. Doug, how about that goal? What happened?
Oh, it just came out. I was standing there all by myself, and Dave Anderchuk redirected it, and it came to me, and you don't mind those ones.
You came in to see, I've already mentioned it, so I don't want to embarrass you, but Don Cherry loves to shake your hand, wish you good luck before the games, and there's 2 points guaranteed, and you got them so far. What did you think about the game tonight? What were you trying to do? Because you knew the Hawks would be keying on you.
Well, I don't think really you can try anything different. I think as far as my game plan, just try to be calm. I know they're going to run at me. Don't retaliate. And I think as far as Pat wanted me to do, he just said stay out of it tonight. Just stay right out of it. Keep your head focused and do what you have to do. Was it tough when Chelios, among others, he got you on the arm, but you had the lead, so I guess it's a little easier then. Well, it is. Plus he had a penalty, and then he took another penalty at the same time, and they know over there. You just can't do that. You can't retaliate. And the way it was 3-0. We got another goal, and it just it has changed it around. You think Pat will use you less in the third period because of the nature of this game? Well, I don't know at this point in time. If Pat does take the ice time away, I think it might be maybe the last 10 minutes, but right now this game is still not locked up. We still got another period to go, and you never know what can happen. Team went to Collingwood. You were sequestered away from Toronto, the media and family. How do you feel about it? What'd you do? Well, we didn't do much. It was kind of a little time to reminisce a little bit about the season, talk about the game plan, what our next task at hand would be, and we studied the Blackhawks. We didn't really, as far as, we had 3 guys in each condo, so it was fun, you know, just sitting around, again, relaxing, having some good meals, and preparing for what we had to do. Trying to load up. You've had some great playoff runs, Doug. Leading scorer with St. Louis, Stanley Cup with Calgary, and of course last year. I saw Adam Graves, Messier's drilled into his head, 1 game at a time, 1 shift at a time. It must be tough not to look at the big picture, but how do you do that? No, you can't. I think when you look at it overall, 16 games, and if you can start by the first one and then build from there, you can win 16 in this next 2.5 months, well, you have a good shot at it. Nice to see you with color in your face. 2 months from now, it'll be as white as ever. If you get there, good luck, and keep up the good work tonight. Thanks, John. Doug Gilmour of the Toronto Maple Leafs. This club has a reason to smile. 5-0, they lead the visitors at Maple Leaf Gardens. We'll check scores around the league. There are 5 games tonight, including 1 getting underway in Calgary. We'll go there, too, in a moment. The Leafs had 19 goals and 6 tries against Chicago during the regular season. 5 goals in 2 periods in the first game of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Wendell Clark had 6 of the 19. He got them started tonight. Elsewhere at Boston Garden, the Bruins were trailing until Don Sweeney tied it. Then Glenn Wesley here with a goal had made it 2-1 Boston after 2 periods of play. That came with 42 seconds remaining, and the other goal by Don Sweeney had come at just past the 15-minute mark. So a late rally, like Game 1 for the Bruins in the second period. The Rangers are slaughtering the New York Islanders. Jamie McLennan gets the start instead of Hextall. If you're wondering, 12 points by ex-Oilers in the 11 goals scored by the New Yorkers so far. Joe Louis Arena, Detroit, the San Jose Sharks blitzed the Wings early, 3-0 lead, but now it's all even. Here's Steve Chason with the shot. He has a goal in the game, and that one's redirected in front by Bob Probert. An assist also to Darren McCarty, who's having a nice night. Haven't had overtime yet. There were 28 of them last year. Wings and the Sharks are tied 3-3 in Detroit with about 14 minutes to play in the third there. We will be going to the Olympic Saddle Dome to show you the start of the Vancouver-Calgary game momentarily here at Maple Leaf Gardens. In Toronto, it's the Leafs 5, the Blackhawks no score after 2 periods. More on Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC after this. Cherry has picked Calgary to win the Stanley Cup, so let's go out to the Saddle Dome for their first game. It's against the Vancouver Canucks, and pick up the play with Don Whitman.
And at this time, we welcome viewers of the Toronto-Chicago game. This one just underway at the Saddle Dome. On the power play, McInnes dishes off to Reichel. He goes to Zalapski at the side of the net. Fleury's centering attempt was broken up. Fleury gets it again to the point to McInnes. McInnes to Zalapski. Back to McInnes. He feeds it in to Reichel. Fleury goes for the net. Reichel shoots up high, and McLean makes the save. Fleury has it back of the goal. He feeds the point. Zalapski over to Reichel, to Fleury, and a save by McLean. Zalapski in deep. He loses the puck, and it's dumped down the ice by Lumen.
Well, you can always get an indication of how ready a team is when there's a power play in the early stages of a hockey game. Calgary getting this opportunity with only 12 seconds expired in the first period. They seem to be very, very sharp.
Here comes Neuendijk working against Babbage. He throws it out front, and it's cleared to the board by Didak. Babbage goes to the corner, tries to flip it up high. It goes back to the net. Nylander up front to McInnes, and the save by Kirk McLean. Now Kissio circles in the corner. 22 seconds remaining in the penalty. Kissio back to the line. Yanni's long shot picked out by McLean, and it's gathered up by Courtnall. He starts away with Linden. Courtnall killing off some seconds as he dumps it back to the net. 7 seconds remaining in the penalty to Craven. And there's another whistle and another penalty call, this time against Calgary.
Well, the big Vancouver defense doing a good job in clearing the net. Diddick and Babbage. Now, Ken Daniels talked about dumb penalties, keeping composure. McInnes gets a pair for roughing right there. Courtnall definitely embellishes the rough. But you got to make sure that you're initiating, not retaliating. And when you take 2 minutes for roughing like that, you want to reconsider the next time you think about doing it.
It was Al McInnes who led all defensemen in goals this year with 28, goes to the penalty box with 5 seconds remaining in the penalty to Craven. And then the Vancouver Canucks, who had the #1 road power play, will be able to send their special team on the ice.
Well, you'd think there would be some magical reason why things work at the road games for Vancouver and not necessarily at home games. It's simply because they simplify their game on the road.
And Jim Poplinski at Calgary. Flames haven't won a series without Jim Poplinski in the lineup. And of course, haven't won since he retired. We're taking you to Joe Louis Arena now, just before the third period in Toronto. Jamie Baker gets what is now his first goal. They've given the original goal of the game to Sean Cronin, but Jamie Baker at 4:42 from Ray Whitney makes it 4-3. Sharks back on top in Detroit. Now, in Toronto, it's the Hawks and the Leafs with Toronto up 5-0. Bob Cole and Harry Neal.
Thank you, Ron McLean. And yes, the players are back out to start the third period at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. And there's your score. Toronto Maple Leafs 5, the Chicago Blackhawks no score. McCown and Andrechuk adding to a 3-0 first period lead. In that second period, Andrechuk's goal, the second power play goal of the game by Toronto. 24-14, the shots in favor of the Leafs over 2 periods. And coming out, Toronto with a man advantage on the Bell 4 penalty late in the second period. Hot pass, steering that aside with a stick. The Blackhawks changing the penalty killers. And the Leafs just coasting now. Ellett starts up. That's Clark. And he barges in on that left side. Right side rather, took a hit. And then a second hit. And finally lost possession of it. Andrechuk couldn't center it. Roenick got it up to the blue line and out to center. The Blackhawks bring it in. Eisenberg can't find the handle right in front of the net. Got the puck again, though. Back to the line. Not bad. The save as Sutter stepped into one. Mironov. 50 seconds left in the penalty. Leafs power play. Not clicking here. Off Clark's stick down the ice. 40 seconds left in the power play. And Chance will kill some more time by shooting at the length of the ice. That's Eastwood turning. McCown had to back it up a bit to Rouse. Chance forechecking him. Toronto gets it ahead to Eastwood, and he had to circle back. Here's Rouse again. Up to center and moving up is Vanderbilt. At the Chicago blue line, it's broken up and cleared back out. 15 seconds left in the penalty. Against the goaltender, Belfour, who stops this one. Flicked it on the boards in the corner. And that will kill the penalty as it goes all the way down the ice. And Cunnyworth, who was serving the minor, is back on the ice. 5-0 Toronto. Dirk Bream on the puck. Stole it in the center ice area. Sutter had to move up. Toronto penalty coming with a shot on Potvin. And as the Leafs get possession, they call the play. And Chicago will go on the power play again.
Well, it's a slashing penalty Terry Gregson calls. So the Leafs will have to kill a penalty off, sitting beside the Chicago bench. Gray-haired gentleman, Tommy Ivan, the general manager of the 1961 Chicago Blackhawks last Stanley Cup team. You can see Hall makes a stop. We just saw Bobby Hall score a goal. It was Tommy Ivan that put this team together. In the Hall of Fame, a fine gentleman Litzenberger being presented the Stanley Cup by Clarence Campbell. Here is the architect of the last team to win the Stanley Cup wearing the fine Chicago Blackhawk uniform.
Chelios from the blue line with Suter. No shot from him. Eisenbarn nowhere near the net with that shot. Belfour way out of the goal. Suter now moving up. Eisenbarn at center. Leaves it for Roenick. He's moving in on goal. Roenick right to the net. And Potvin took it away from him again. And he holds it. Play stopped.
Well, that's one of the few bursts of offensive talent that we've seen from Jeremy Roenick tonight. The Leafs have kept him in a tent tonight. But when you give him ice and you give him room, he'll take advantage of it. And he steps around Lefebvre and can't put it by Potvin, who smothers the loose puck before Tony Amonte or Paul Eisenbarth can find it and put it in the net. Roenick has played 22 minutes. He's been silent tonight. He won't be silent the whole series. I guarantee you that.
He is one of the players that the Blackhawks know have to get going. Along with this one, Chelios. Potvin made a big save there on a deflection. Eisenbarn on the boards. They try to go back to Chelios, and here he is again with Graham. Chelios once more. Winds up for the shot. He's stopped, though, by Gilmore, who's without the stick. But he just parked himself right in front of him. Other side now, and back to Chelios again. Gilmore standing there, daring him to shoot. Here's Chelios. He scores! Finally, a whistle by Gilmore and everybody else. And into the net. And the Blackhawks finally on the board on a power play here in the third.
Well, not only were the Leafs shorthanded, Gilmore didn't have a stick. And I think Paul Eisenbarth got his stick on it. He's one of the better tipping specialists in the league. Tuesday night, or Thursday night, he tipped one in. You can see two Hawks in front. It's tipped right there and goes up and over. Potvin. Here's a better look. There's Eisenbarth. He's the front Hawk man. But it hit Osborne's stick, and then I think it might have hit Eisenbarth's and went in.
Yep, they give it to Eisenbarth off his stick and up high on Potvin. Chelios and Graham assisting on the goal at 3:17. So the Blackhawks finally score a goal here in the third period, and Toronto leads now 5-1. Two of the great Bentley brothers, Max and Doug, and we remind you that closed captioning of tonight's game is sponsored by Household, providing financial services for the family.
Remember, the Leafs traded 5 players for 2 to get Doug Bentley. And that picture showed, or get Max Bentley. That picture showed Doug Bentley in the NHL All-Star outfit. Max in his Leaf uniform. That tells you who won the Cup. Because in those days, the All-Stars played the Stanley Cup winners from the previous season to start the NHL year.
Nearing the 4-minute mark of the third period, Chicago getting a goal here in the third. Eisenbarth on a power play from Chelios and Graham at 3:17. 5-1 Toronto. Elliott just rolling it in over the Chicago line now. Graham played it back over center ice. Elliott was waiting for it. And Lefebvre is going to shoot it in. Clark tried to get a stick on it, but it went in too far. Clark chased it back to the goal. Suter in there. Clark trying to knock it loose off the boards. It comes loose all the way back to Marinoff. Marinoff flipped it in there. And it stopped at the side of the net. In on the board. Now center. Whistle one just wide. Played back out. Brent Sutter gets it up to center and over the line. Graham takes it. Feeds it ahead. And Graham missed it as it came through his skates near the Toronto blue line. 5 minutes gone in the third. Toronto protecting a 5-1 lead here in game 1 of the best of 7. Clark played it on the boards, but was tied up and couldn't move on it. McRae was up there with him in what looked like a 2-on-1, but Clark was stopped and could not join in. That is Marinov back of the goal. Gilmore will come back. Doesn't touch it though. Marinov coming to Rouse. To Manderville. He's checked and out of the net again is Belfour with McRae coming in. He stole it. Centered. And Eastwood couldn't catch up to it in time to drill it. There's the shot at Belfour's back now. In plenty of time. But Eastwood had a chance with the goalie trying to get back in. He was trapped out of the net. Well, you know, Boston won the first game against Montreal, and there's more action in game 2 tonight, and Ron is watching that.
When last we checked, Bob, 2-1 Bruins at the end of 2 periods of play, but the Canadians draw even on a power play. The penalty came 9 seconds into the period, and 9 seconds later, at the 18-second mark, Paul DiPietro looks off Casey as if to pass and then fires it 5-hole from Kirk Muller to make it 2-2 early stages of the third at the Garden.
Bob, the last time these two teams played each other in the playoffs is 1986, and there's only one player who plays for the Leafs, none for the Hawks, who played in that series, Wendell Clark.
Roenick moving up for Chicago. Played it in front of the net, and Manderville did some good cut checking to stop Amonte from getting a good pass. Monty on his feet again, being knocked down on the initial play. Weinrich through center, comes back to him. Leaving it now for Yzerberg. Ian Weinrich back deep. Here's Roenick moving in. Got over the Leaf line. Roenick centered it. And Toronto intercepts. It was Manderville again, and then McRae fed it ahead. Coming up to the 7-minute mark of the third. Dubinsky rolled in there and dropped the pass back. Amonte was covered. Dubinsky lost it. Andrechuk left it for Lefebvre. And Lefebvre played it ahead, and McRae wasted little time in getting it out. The Leafs trying to make changes. Back deep in his own zone is Jamie McCown. 13 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third period, and Gilmore springing loose down the wing goes Borchevsky, and out is Belfour. And Borchevsky just backed off the goaltender in the corner, away out of his net. Borchevsky steals it. Allen had to turn to shoot it. Then got a weak shot in there. Belfour down. Chance goes around the net for Chicago. The other way now. Stinks out with it. Had his stick lifted, got it back in time to shoot it down the ice. That'll be an icing call against the Blackhawks. With 12:35 remaining in period 3 here in Toronto, where the Leafs are leading 5-1. And we have some more action in Boston. And as promised, Ron is watching that. Ron?
Thank you, Bob. The defending champion Montreal Canadiens have gone to the lead at Boston Garden on the strength of this goal. Kirk Muller combines with DiPietro and Dion. Kirk has a 3-point night going as he beats John Casey, skating away from Marius Tchaikovsky, the rookie, trying to check Muller. The 3-2 halves, 5 minutes into the third in Boston.
People keep talking about goaltending in the playoffs. So very, very important. So big. They're right up there, nearly always, in the MVP voting in any playoff series.
Yes,
so winning goaltender.
The Conn Smythe Trophy's been presented 39 times. Goalies have won it 10.
That is Gartner coming in to Pearson. He missed Gartner. Tried to knock it in behind the goaltender, who was out and couldn't get much on it. But now he stops the clearing pass. And here's Gartner working his way from the corner out front to Clark. He was plucked and knocked to the ice. Caught by Weinrich. Clark was slow getting up. And a penalty being called now against Toronto. The goaltender Belfour has gone to the bench. They have 6 skaters coming at the Leafs. Up to center and coming in there. That is Amonte. To Sutter, and his shot is blocked. He centered it. Potvin got a piece of it. It's still in there. And the Leafs trying to gain possession to stop the play, but they can't yet. Green shot one up. Potvin stopped that. Far side is Carney. Centered it. Big swing at it in front. Was Allen. He missed it. The Blackhawks now with great pressure on. It is centered again. Green has it. Green trying to move it out front. Gets it back. A Monty shot. Up at it, save. Finally, the Leafs pick it up. It was Pearson who got possession. And the play to stop. Penalty coming up now to Toronto. It is Pearson who gets it. The Toronto penalty is against Rob Pearson. Was a cross-checking call.
Oh, Wendell Clark escapes an injury here, as you can see. A check by Weinrich was knee on knee. Pat Borders of the Blue Jays, a colorful shirt on his girlfriend, I mean.
Face off, deep in the Toronto zone to the right of Potvin. Another power play for Chicago, trailing the Leafs 5-1. Suter to the left side and back to Suter. Quick shot. Potvin got the pad on it, but a bounce behind him. Nearly got him. Suter again cranked one up. This time it's blocked by Zezel and comes to center. 30 seconds gone and a minor penalty. And Zezel will dump it into the Chicago zone. Took a hit from Monty as he did. 1:20 left of the power play, Chicago. Gary Suter quarterbacking and trying to shoot it in, but it hit Lefebvre and he cleared it. 1:10 remaining in that penalty to Pearson of Toronto. Toronto leading 5-1. Ruutu now shoots it in. Green and Sutter come in after it with Ruutu. Chelios makes the shot. Back to Ruutu. Suter shot, stop, rebound, stop. Potvin got a couple of big saves there to keep Chicago at bay. 40 seconds left in the power play in the Leafs. Clear it down the ice. Vanderbilt helping to kill off that penalty. Chicago stopped at the Toronto line. Half a minute left in the penalty. Chelios was given credit for that Chicago goal. In this third period to make it 5-1. Chance moves up. Isobart did not touch it apparently. Chelios got the goal, but he can't do much here. Turning at the line. Rich Sutter tried to poke it away and missed it. And Gilmore across center to Pearson, who's out of the penalty box, and he cleared it to the far side. Tucked into the corner by Dubinsky. He centered it. Rich Sutter was floating in there but couldn't find it. And the Leafs get it out. 8:45 left. Rich Sutter back in. A little bit of a collision on the far side as they were changing. The play continues. Gardner trying to move it up. Pile up in on the boards. And they move it cleanly. They get it off the glass and out. 8 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the third period of game one. Toronto with a leg up on this first game of a best-of-7, leading 5-1. But Chicago coming on here in the third period. They have scored their only goal on a Chicago power play, but were just shut down on another power play.
Don't stand still.
Go!
I can't get what I want. This is the car I want, and this is the car I get. These are the parents I want. These are the parents I get.
When you want what you want, come to Hartley's and choose from our fresh toppings to build the burger you want. And right now, for just 99 cents, you get both fries and rings. Frings. Hurry in for Frings. Just 99 cents. How's that for getting what you want?
When you want what you want, hurry.
Immediately following the game, CBC's primetime news, except in Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan.
Keep out of this. They'll be going right to the game in Calgary and Saskatchewan, while the rest of the nation will see the Canucks and Flames in progress following primetime news after our game here. Bob?
Thank you, Ron. And Chicago, coming out of their own zone, get it up to center ice with only 8 minutes remaining in the third to catch up. And they need 4 goals to tie the Maple Leafs, who led 3-0 after the first and 5-0 after 2. Chicago got a goal, the only goal scored in this third period, at 3:17 on a power play. Chelios from Suter and Graham.
The Chicago Blackhawks are doing a bit of a favor for Pat Burns here coming on in the third period. They've outshot the Leafs 12-3. They've outchanced them 5-1, and they have the only goal. And they're serving notice that even though this game is out of sight for them, they'll be here Wednesday night ready to play the first period like they played the third. Burns knows it, and he'll be able to give his team a perfect reminder the Hawks are not dead by any stretch of the imagination.
Manderville trying to get it out of his own zone, and he can't. Amonte moving into the corner after it. He tried to kick it loose. Did get it loose one time, and now a second. But he's tied up. Gets away and comes along the boards, but can't make a play to the front of the Leaf net. Once again, Amonte stopped the clearing play by Toronto. McRae takes a pass near center and just shoots it off the boards to the Chicago line. That is Weinrich behind his own net. Coming away for Chicago. Leafs choking off the center ice area now. Not much room for Chicago to move it in. Not many passes can be made once they get outside their own line. We'll watch him this time. Johnnyworth is spun around. Nearly lost it in front of his own goal. Chicago back to pick it up. Dirk Graham played it ahead. Now Sutter. He has to shoot it from center ice as the Leafs were all lined up at the blue line. And now they bring it out. Gilmore took a swing at it. It goes high and bounces down inside the line. Now slashed away by McCown. And that's going to be icing as Suter is back to touch it, and it's icing. Called against the Maple Leafs. 6:30 left in the third period.
We want to make it perfectly clear. You'll find guaranteed low prices at your Canadian Tire store every day. If you find a better price anywhere, we'll match it. Guaranteed.
Shots at this point in the hockey game are dead even. 27 apiece. Toronto 9-5 in the first, 15-9 in the second. So, Harry, as you mentioned, Chicago on the offense here in the third. Rewarded just once, though, on a Chicago power play. Chelios the goal.
They don't have to worry about getting scored on here. They're just going at the Leafs. 4 men on a lot of rushes, a lot of pinching by the defensemen. The Leafs are playing a defensive game trying to protect the lead.
Gardner will skate out of his own zone. He'll get to center, and Clark is catching up with him. Gardner squeezing in along the boards, and Suter stayed with him. Clark around the goal, trying to get loose. Gilmore coming in. And here's Belfour moving it ahead. Rutu shoots one right wide, and Gilmore stopped that. Slapped it in for Gardner. Clark behind the goal. Gardner missed it. Slides back to Marinow, though. And Gardner again. Around the net. Lost it. And rolled to the blue line. And then 3 Hawks jump on it. But the play is stopped. And there's a Chicago penalty in behind the play. As Gardner was upended. And maybe Rich Sutter will be the penalized player. It looks like he's moving over. There he goes. And while he sits this one out, we'll go to Ron, who's watching that Detroit-San Jose game.
4-4 is the score. If we didn't show you, Greg Johnson scored to make it 4-4, but the Sharks are back on top. The youngest player in the Stanley Cup playoffs is Vlastimil Krupa. His second goal ever in the league, first playoff goal with less than 4 minutes to play in the third. It's 5-4 Sharks.
What was that I said about goaltending?
They won't quit the Sharks. Gene Krupa's son, Vlastimir, got one. Remember Gene, the drummer?
Oh, yes, sure. Heard about him. That was in your heyday, wasn't it?
Let's just say day. Never mind that hay business.
5:20 remaining in the third period. Toronto with a 5-1 lead, and now another power play. But you get the feeling they won't push too hard. But here's Gilmore coming up on this rush with Borshevsky, who was nailed in the tracks of the blue line. Rouse in. Big save, kicked out, and Rouse will keep it in. Ellen from the line. Shot high on the glass. Here's Hendrichuk. Back to Ellen. Rouse was moving up. Hendrichuk's shot blocked in front of the net. Hendrichuk again. Gilmore with Rouse at the blue line, taking the pass. Into the corner, Borshevsky. Back to Gilmore, closing in. Couldn't get a shot away. And Roenick would just stall for time and then shoot it away. 55 seconds left in the penalty to Rich Sutter. 4:20 in the third. So this game is winding down. And the Leafs in control with the extra man on now and Clark. For Gardner. Moving up into a crowd though. And the Blackhawks shoot it away again. Brent Sutter clearing this one. 4 minutes remaining in the third. Toronto back. Eastwood on the ice. Gardner and Clark, the other forwards. And Mironov will bring it out. His pass to Eastwood up over the line. Quickly shooting it in behind the net. Belfort stepping out to give it to Carney. And it's knifed away at center ice. Cunnyworth after it. Mironov took it away from Ruutu. Here's Cunnyworth. Can't get a shot. The big windup. And then had a stick lifted just before he made contact. Clark through center. Moving up. Making a great play. And the backhander was a hard one, but he missed on the short side. 3:10 remaining in the third. Clark had the crowd dancing on that one. And some of the Hawks were doing a two-step as he tried to go in. Got in, but on an angle with the backhander. But a big rush by Wendell Clark, who made a big rush to start the hockey game, getting the first goal at 2:33 of the opening period. And that kind of set the tone. 2:40 remaining in the third, and a penalty being called against Toronto. So they're starting to hit again. The late going of this one. Chicago with the net empty and the extra man on once more. Shot in by Amonte, but now McCown takes over, and the play is called. A Leaf penalty coming up. Is off for roughing, and Chicago with the extra man again. They have one goal. It was a power play goal in this third period, and you talk about upsets in the first round. Here's your first, folks. San Jose over the Detroit Red Wings 5-4.
Well, Pat Burns with the early lead has been able to use all four lines, all six defensemen. Any coach will tell you, if you can get away with doing that in the playoffs, and they're all doing their job, the chances of you losing this game pretty slim. Chicago's come on in the third. Center has used more people in the last half of the game than the first half, so both these teams will be raring and ready to go. Game 2 Wednesday.
Chelios from the blue line. He owns the Chicago goal and the only one for the Blackhawks in this game. Isabard on the boards will go back to him. Chelios shot. And got about 6 feet into the shins of Zezel. The second one deflected wide of the net. 2:05 left in the third period. Yzerbark once again taking a look around, and there's Chelios to Yzerbark. Pass to the side of the net. And it's deflected. The pass by Rowan. And all the way down the ice. Minute 50 left. Toronto 5. Chicago 1. Yzerbark stopping one with a skate. It comes in front of the net. And the Leafs are covering up there well in front of Potvin. Gilmore over there in the corner trying to roll it out. Got it as far as the line. Good save by Potvin. A one-timer by Amonte. A good, hard, low shot. And Potvin. Light. Pushed out the left pad. Big stop. 1:14 left. And the Leafs break up that Chicago rush. Gilmore lugs it in over the Chicago line. Trying to hit Vanderbilt with a pass. 1 minute left.
Faster to the play is carried.
Game 1 of the best of 7. Leafs drawing first blood in this series with 53 seconds remaining. And we'll be back right after this.
Meet the Parker twins, Bob and Fred.
Hi.
Identical in every way, except when it comes to taking care of their cars. Bob likes the shine of original Armor All protectant, but not Fred.
I gotta be me.
Fred's discovered the rich, deep finish of new low-gloss Armor All. It protects like original Armor All.
But without the glossy shine.
Original or new low gloss.
Now it's your choice.
Only from Armor All.
Hey, can I try that?
Fever catching early here in Toronto. If that did happen, that's a couple of months down the road.
Pretty presumptuous, but can't blame the Leaf fans for feeling good about their performance tonight.
Somebody told me that maybe San Jose would be lucky to win one game, maybe at home. They've now won the first one on the road against Detroit, who are heavily favored to win that series and go on for quite a while this time. 30 seconds remaining in the third period. Toronto will win this first game against Chicago. Second game Wednesday night here at Maple Leaf Gardens at 7:30 Eastern Time. And you're invited to join us.
Well, when as many players played well for the Leafs tonight, it's not easy to pick the 3 stars. You could pick about a dozen of them and probably be correct. The Chicago best players, Balfour and Roenick especially, were not anywhere near their best tonight. And if your best aren't your best, at this time of the year, you're running a good chance of losing.
Toronto got off to a great start as Clark broke through at 2:33. And then Gilmore at 7:38. Vanderbilt scored at 11:37. A short-handed goal. That kind of stung the Hawks as the Leafs were leading 3-0. Then McCown and Andrechuk and another power play goal for the Leafs in the second. And then Chelios on a Chicago power play here in the third. 10 seconds remaining. Rich Center dumped it off the boards behind the net, but the crowd is cheering. This one down to nothing. One more shot, and there may be a fisticuff or 2 here before we're done. The horn sounds. The bombs go off. And the game is over. Chicago out shooting Toronto in the third, 14-4. Chicago getting its only goal of the game on a Chelios power play goal from just inside the blue line. Even 28-28 the shot total after 3 periods, but the score, the Maple Leafs 5 and the Blackhawks 1. I think they'll break them up and convince them that this, in fact, Harry, is done.
Save your energy till Wednesday. Both teams will need it. The Leafs were superior tonight. It gives them a start. But the Hawks have got lots of heart and lots of grit. And any doubt whether Potvin couldn't get his game in shape for the playoffs should be removed the way he played tonight. He wasn't busy for 2 periods, but he looked like the old Potvin to me in the third.
So the Leafs won the first game, 5-1, and here's Ron McLean.
Thank you, Bob. During the year, Toronto had 4 20-goal scorers. The Hawks had 2, and offense seemed to be the edge for the Leafs as they got rolling early there. The Molson 3 stars this evening. Kent Manderville's goal was the third of the game. Felix Potvin 27 saves, and Doug Gilmour with 2 points. Toronto 5, Chicago 1 to lead the series 1-0. Wednesday is game 2 at 7:30 Eastern. Primetime news is next for most of you. Saskatchewan will go direct to Calgary. The rest following the news. Thanks for watching. Good.
92.5 KISS FM plays North America's hottest music, New Country. The music of the 90s.
I'm feeling lucky, yeah.
92.5 KISS FM, today's hottest music. The new definition of country. New definition. New Country, only on 92.5 KISS FM.
Your Pontiac Performance Team brings you the Safari Performance Edition, featuring 8-passenger seating, driver's side airbag, captain's chairs, air conditioning, V6 power, 4-wheel ABS, 24-hour roadside assistance, and more. And for a limited time, Safari comes with running boards at no extra charge. Only the GMC Safari Performance Edition can give you all this for the low lease rate of $279 a month. Get into this family favorite today. You'll find it only at your Pontiac Performance dealers.
To those people who would have us live in a world without cheesecake. To those who would take away our pumpkin pies and birthday cakes. To those of you who would deny us our just desserts, we have one thing to say. Splenda, the only low-calorie sweetener created from sugar to taste and virtually bake like sugar. Splenda, because every man, woman, and child deserves to have their cake and eat it too.
Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC was brought to you by Molson Canadian. Take your best shot in the Molson Canadian Score a Million Stanley Cup contest. And by Pepsi. Be young, have fun, drink Pepsi. CBC Sports, home of the
You wonder how anything that lasts for 8 weeks can be considered a rush, but that's the Stanley Cup playoffs. The fever has hit Toronto as we prepare for game 2 of the conference quarterfinal between the Chicago Blackhawks and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Good evening and welcome to Molson Hockey Night in Canada and the Stanley Cup playoffs on CBC. I'm Ron McLean. First up, a prediction. I'm predicting overtime in the game tonight. Last year, 28 games went into OT out of 89 played, exactly 33%. None so far this year. It's got to happen this evening. All of the talk about game 1, Toronto in a rout 5-1 over the Blackhawks, was of Eddie Belfour's woes, 3 goals in the first 12 minutes, and the discipline problems points for Chicago. You'll hear Harry Neal on that and the coaches in a moment. For sure, it's important of all the stats in the playoff. Last year, Montreal, least penalized team in the playoffs. They win the cup. 2 years ago, Pittsburgh was second in that respect. Edmonton won it in 1990. They were the least penalized. And Pat Burns, the last time he got to the Stanley Cup, 89, his Canadians were the least penalized team in the playoffs. So for thoughts on that, let's get the head coaches, Pat Burns and Daryl Sutter, comment about Game 1 and a look ahead to Game 2 tonight.
I think the three keys are the same three areas that were the most important thing before the series started. And number one is goaltending. Ours has to be better. Obviously, we have to do a better job at the other end against Felix Potvin. I think that special teams are critical, and along with special teams go your top players, how they perform, because as like Toronto, our top players play in both power play and penalty killing, so they have to be top players for us. And then the much publicized area is the discipline part. There's no way that we have a chance to beat Toronto spending that much time in the penalty box. It allows Dougie Gilmour and Dave Vanderchuck and number 5 too much time on the ice, and we have to stay out of penalty box. We have to find the line between being a physical team and being a disciplined team.
Well, we have to play a similar game that we did the other. I thought the guys came out focused, came out prepared, and they wanted the puck, and that was the main thing. We're going to have to do that tonight. We know that the Hawks are going to be better. I think they've learned something from us. They know that discipline is a big part of the game, and I think they're going to be more disciplined tonight. There's going to be a lot of hitting going on. It's going to be a close game, and we just have to come out focused the same way we were the other night.
At the morning skate today, Bob Cole was getting the story from Pat Burns, and look at Coley. He's not buying it. He's not sure about Pat Burns there. He's always a careful journalist, Bob Cole. Of course, he's at the ready for the play-by-play. Harry, you'll be up there in a minute. Eddie Belfour must be feeling the heat. 9 straight losses.
I'm sure he is. And last year, 4 in a row plus Monday night. But you know, Ron, in those 5 straight losses, his team has scored 7 goals for him. I mean, that's too much to ask a goalie to win games when you don't even get to a game.
Right, there hasn't been a lot of support, but those early goals will kill you too. What about Daryl Sutter and the Hawks game plan tonight?
Well, they have to make some changes. There's no doubt about that. They need more discipline. They took 13 penalty minutes for retaliatory penalties. Not only that, their best players took them. Not only that, the Leafs scored twice on those penalties. They can't do it. Surely they've learned from their follies Monday, but we got to remember this. Experience teaches only the teachable. We'll find out whether the Hawks are tonight in that department. They also have to get more mileage out of the Roenick line. They were a -6 combined, or a -4 combined, only 6 shots. Roenick had 1 good chance. That's not good enough. His line has to be the best on the ice for either team. I also think that they must do some forechecking against the Leafs. They don't score on the rush very often. Only Roenick, perhaps. They didn't do any forechecking, and it ends up they don't score enough goals.
Hawks are glad you're not their coach. They'd still be in there. Listen, Toronto briefly. The pressure's still, in a sense, on them.
Well, they have to maintain their intelligent physical play, keep after Chelios and Roenick. They have to do a good job like they did on Chelios. No pinching, no going to the slot, keep hitting him. They didn't forecheck well enough, in my opinion. Their power play. Anderchuk, walk out of the corner, slide it over to Borszewski, toss it back to Mirnov at the far point, and I think they'll get some chances.
Harry, enjoy the game upstairs. They always say the pressure's not on till you lose in your own rink. So Toronto still feels a bit of it as they go into Game 2. For the starting lineups, let's move now to Gardens PA announcer Paul Morris.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game 2 of the Western Conference quarterfinals. Tonight's starting lineup for the Chicago Blackhawks: on defense, number 7, Chris Chelios. On defense, number 20, Gary Suter. At left wing, number 19, Randy Cunnyworth. At right wing, number 33, Dirk Graham. At center, number 27, Jeremy Roenick. Starting in goal, number 30, Ed Belfour. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's starting lineup for your Toronto Maple Leafs. On defense, number 2, Sylvain Lefebvre. On defense, number 34, Jamie McCown. At left wing, number 18, Kent Manderville. At right wing, number 40, Ken McRae. center, number 32, Mike Eastwood. Starting in goal, number 29, Felix Potvin. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and join the Stars of Forever Plaid in the singing of our national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Star-Spangled Banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh,
The Maple Leafs try to take a 2-0 series lead before the scene shifts to Chicago Stadium for Saturday and Sunday. This then could be the pivotal game, and the Blackhawks know it. They almost have to win this one. Good evening, everybody, from the broadcast booth at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. I'm Bob Cole, and down there to my left is Eddie Belfour. Now, it's a known fact that Eddie is one of the most competitive players in the game. Yesterday, in the Chicago workout, Belfour stopped pucks for 50 straight minutes. He had to be ordered to leave the ice by Darryl Sutter. So that's a sign he could be tough tonight. In game one, Potvin stopped 27 shots. Wasn't really tested till the third period. And he looked good then. Well, this one is underway. Roenick, Cunninworth, and Graham forced back into their own zone. Chelios and Suter are the defensemen. There's the shot. The first one of the game off the arm of Potvin. Into the crowd. Lefebvre and McCown, the defensemen starting for Toronto. Eastwood, McRae, and Manderville, the forward line.
One change in the Hawk defense. Wilkinson in for Dirk. Dirk took a left hand from Todd Gill in a fight in game one. Could not open his eye this morning. Probably play Saturday. They made one change on the forward line. Out comes Kimball. In goes Patrick Poulin, a big, strong boy they got from Hartford in a trade at the start of the year. Jeremy Roenick has to be the best player on the Hawks tonight, as he usually is if the Hawks are going to win.
Chelios will take the puck at the blue line. Worked himself free for a high shot over the net. Chelios will get back. Chris Chelios all fired up by the looks of things. They get it the Toronto line. Down goes McRae, bumped by Roenick. Here's Chelios again. A long shot in to the right of Felix Potvin, and Lefebvre will dump it out to center ice. Chicago, Chelios once more, and Potvin, the blocker save with that long shot. They are changing now, and the Leafs get it out over their own line. That was Andrechuk. He was bumped immediately by Brent Sutter. Toronto starting back up. Good pace to start game 1 on Monday. This one is rolling right along. And the Blackhawks seem to be taking it to Toronto early tonight. Till now, when Andrechuk is forced to roll it ahead, it went off his skate, and he couldn't move it up. Gilmore gave it away to center ice, and McCown will take over for Toronto. He and Gill. McCown's shot pass, knocked down. Hawks are coming in. Very close to scoring was Ruutu. Now he centers it. Good pressure by Chicago. However, some weak clearing plays by the Maple Leafs in the early going. This is icing against the Maple Leafs.
No matter how hard you throw an 80-foot pass across the rink in your end, you are running the risk of it not getting to the man who was in the clear. Jamie McCowan did that. He had lots of time to keep the puck going up this half of the rink. No, he was going to hit the wide man. It was knocked down very nicely by Yzerbark, and how Christian Ruutu missed, I don't know. Roenick, he's been hit by everybody tonight, and he's thrown a few checks. The key man as a forward for the Hawks, and a bullseye on a sweater for the Leafs.
Jeff Shantz comes in to take this face-off against Gartner, and he won it. The Blackhawks in the early going, taking it to Toronto. Leafs winning the first game on Monday 5-1. The Blackhawks trying to even it up tonight as Gartner is coming in for Toronto. He centered it, and Belfour stopped that centering pass. Back in the net, Smith falling to his knees. Gartner working hard in there. Here's Pearson coming out front. Rolled it across in front of Belfour. Nobody could play it. And the Blackhawks shoot it down the ice. This is Gill coming back. He and Dave Elidar, the Maple Leaf defenseman. Gill waiting for Pearson, who skates to the right and takes the pass. Coming to the line. He gets to center and throw it out there for Clark. Clark goes in around the Chicago net. Centered it, and the Blackhawks are covering up. Coming up to the 3-minute mark of the first period. Another long shot for Potvin. Amonte rolled it in.